Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In the previous video, we have discussed mock test 8 part 1 solutions. Now in this video, we are going to discuss part 2 solutions. So we'll start with our first question. If a die is thrown twice, let me read the question. If a die is thrown twice, that means one die they have thrown twice. The probability of occurrence of, what is the question? The question is probability. Probability is the question. Probability of occurrence of 4 at least once. Probability of occurrence of 4 at least once. This is the question. Now to start with, how to start? If a die is thrown twice, now try to recall sample space. Sample space for this is, if a die is thrown twice or two dice are thrown, two dice both mean the same. So whenever two dice are thrown, we write sample space like this: 1 1 1 2 1 6 and so on. 6 1 6 2 6 3 so on up to 6 comma 6. This is the sample space. Now the occurrence of 4 at least once. So let E be the event of occurrence of at least once. Occurrence of at least once. At least once. What is occurring? The probability of occurrence of 4 at least once means what? 1 4 2 4. 4 should occur at least once. So 3 4 4 4 5 4 6 4. Also apart from this, it can be this one also: 4 1 4 2 4 3. I am not counting 4 comma 4 because it will be same only: 4 5 4 6. Now what is the question? The probability of occurrence of 4 at least once. So at least once, this is the event, this is the sample space. Now probability is equal to favorable cases by total cases. How many cases are possible? How many favorable cases? Favorable, if I count, favorable is 11, total is 36. So is there any option like this? 11 by 36 is the answer. Moving on to next question. The probability that in a year of 22nd century chosen at random, there will be 53 Sundays is. So the probability that in a year of 22nd century chosen at random. So they are choosing 22nd century. What they have chosen? They have chosen 22nd century. There will be 53 Sundays. What is the question? The question is, there will be 53 Sundays. Probability that there will be 53 Sundays. So the question is probability of 53 Sundays. Probability of 53 Sundays. This is the question. Now what they have given? They have given some information in a year of 22nd century. 22nd century. So they are talking about 22nd century. 22nd century. 22nd century means from 2101 to 2200. Now in these many years, in between these years, we are having 25 leap years and 75 non-leap years. So in between this, we are having 25 leap years and 75 non-leap year. There will be 53 Sundays. 53 Sundays. So now if I talk about probability of leap year is 25 by 100 is equal to 1 by 4. So probability of non-leap year will be 3 by 4. Probability of non-leap year will be 3 by 4. Next, there will be 53 Sundays. So probability of Sundays or 53 Sundays, probability of 53 Sundays in leap year. Whenever we are talking about leap year consists of 366 days. Leap year consists of 366 days. Also leap year consists of 366 days. 52 into 7, so 52 entire 7 week, 52 weeks will be. We are left with 2 days. So 2 days, among that 2 days can be, so 2 by 7. Probability of 53 Sundays is 2 by 7. In the same way here, probability of 53 Sundays is here. Now in non-leap year we are having 365 days. Already 364 means 52 Sundays. Every day 52 weeks are there. Only one day is left, 365th day. That day being Sunday is 1 by 7. 1 by 7. Now the probability that in there will be 53 Sundays. So they want 53 Sundays. So probability of 53 Sundays is equal to probability of leap year into probability of Sunday, and then 2 by 7. Or this is one possible case, or one more possible case is this. 2 by 7 4s are 28 plus 3 by 7 4s are 28. So this is 5 by 28. So is there any option with 5 by 28? D is the answer. Moving on to next question. Objective function of LPP is function to be optimized. Yes, function to be optimized. If you see such question, so hardly in 2 seconds you just have to mark and move on. It is theory point only, synopsis point only. I cannot give much explanation. Objective function of a linear program is, it is one function which has to be optimized. The function which has to be optimized, that is known as linear programming problem. Next, moving to next question. The feasible solution of LPP. So what is the given information? The feasible solution for LPP is shown in the following figure. So feasible region means this shaded region. Let z is equal to 3x minus 4y be the objective function. Z is equal to 3x minus 4y be the objective function. Maximum value of, what is the question? If you go through, maximum value of z plus minimum value of z is, this is the question. So they are asking to find maximum value of z, minimum value of z. Just so the question is very simple. You just have to plug in the values. Now these already corner points is clearly visible. 0, 0, 0, 8, 0, 8, 4, 4, 10, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 5, 0. See here, just note down the corner points. You substitute in this equation which is maximum value plus which is minimum value. You just have to add and mark the answer. Now 0, 0 if I place here, 0 minus 0, so overall it is 0. Next, 3 minus 4, 8, 3 zeros is 0, minus 32. Next, 3 4s are minus 4, 10, 3 4s are 12, minus 40 is equal to minus 28, minus 6, 3 6, 3 6, minus 8 4, 3 6 are 18, minus 8 4s are 32, negative 16, not negative 16, negative 14, negative 14. Next, if you place 3, 6, minus 4, 6, 18 minus 24, 18 minus 24 is minus 6. Next, 5, 3, 5, so this is equal to 15. Now what they are asking, maximum value among this is maximum value. Minimum value of z is, which is minimum, this is minimum. Now maximum value of z is 15 plus minimum value of z is minus 32. So if you subtract, you will get minus 17. So the answer is minus 17. Moving on to next question. ABCD is a parallelogram with this, then OA is equal to. So they have given one parallelogram. OACB is a parallelogram with OC. This much is the given data. So if I draw a diagram of this, OACB is a parallelogram with OC is equal to, OC is equal to A, AB is equal to AB is equal to B vector. Then what are they asking? They are asking to find this. Then OA is equal to what? What is the value of OA? They are asking this. Now, parallelogram means from our lower grades, we should be knowing about one point. Midpoint of OC vector is equal to midpoint of AB. Why? Because diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That is properties of parallelogram. All the properties you should be knowing in one of my previous videos, and now also I am saying properties. So whatever functions or whatever your geometrical shape, all properties you should be knowing. If you know properties, then it will be easier to solve the problem. So midpoint of OC is equal to midpoint of AB. OC. Now if I talk about OC is A vector by 2. See here, this total is A vector, so this is A vector by 2. Midpoint of AB, this point. So for that, I will write OA plus OB by 2. Next, A vector can be written as OA plus OB vector. What are they asking? They are asking to find value of OA. They want OA. So let me do some changes here, algebraic alterations. 2OA plus OB minus OA. See here, to this expression I have added one OA. So when I add OA to this OA, this becomes 2OA. OB as it is. One OA I have added, so I have to subtract also. No? So this becomes. Now A vector is equal to 2OA. OA value is OA. OA value is, we don't know, let me keep it OA only, plus OB minus OA. OB minus OA is B vector, so I am replacing it with B vector. Next, if I transpose this B vector to this side, this becomes A vector minus B vector divided by 2 is equal to OA vector. So OA vector is equal to A minus B by 2. This minus is actually, this is like this. This minus should be here. That because of their typing error. But anyways, answer is D. Moving on to next question. So if you go through the question, what this question says, if U is equal to A minus B, V is equal to A plus B, A is equal to this, some information they have given, and they are asking to find this one. U is equal to A vector minus B vector, V is equal to A vector plus B vector. They are asking to find U cross V. What is the value of this? Now to start with U cross V, we have to find U cross V. U cross V vector is equal to they're asking to find this, na? So magnitude, let me keep this magnitude. In place of U, I can write A minus B cross V. In place of V, A plus B, and then I will put like this, A plus B, and A is equal to, okay. So see here, U, from here I have put this minus is here only, don't think that it is above, this plus is here. Now this, if you go for this, na, A cross A is 0, so I won't write A cross B minus B cross A. Now if I change the sign, A cross B plus A cross B, this is equal to 2 times of A cross B. If I change the sign, B cross A can be written as positive, means we have to change the sign, and we have to properties of cross product, again properties. So every problem is based on properties only. 2A cross B, this we have to A cross B. Now A cross B, check whether A cross B value is readily available. A cross B value is not readily available, but A value, B value, they have given something, and if you go through the options, dot product is also there. Now one synopsis point you should be knowing: Lagrange's identity. What is Lagrange's identity? A cross B square is equal to A cross B square is equal to A B A B A B square minus A B square minus A dot B square. Now this is known as Lagrange's identity. This is Lagrange's identity, or else generally if you solve this equation you will find LHS equal to RHS. Lagrange's identity is Lagrange's identity. Now A cross B square. So what I'll do, A cross B is equal to root of this becomes like this. A now this, if I take under root of AB value is 2 to the 4 square is 16 minus A dot B square. Next, this is A cross B. So what is the question? The question is to, now this we have left it here. Na? This is equal to 2 times of under root of 16 minus A dot B square. So 216 A dot B square. So A is the answer. Moving on to next question. The area of the parallelogram with AB is, so some information they have given, let me highlight that information. Area of parallelogram with A and B as adjacent sides is 20 square units. So what they have given, A cross B is 20 square units, Next, then the area of the parallelogram having this as adjacent side is, so what is the question? The question is area of parallelogram, this we have to find, having this and this as adjacent sides is. So area of parallelogram with the synopsis point you should be knowing. Area of parallelogram is equal to area of parallelogram with A and B is equal to A and B as adjacent sides is equal to A cross B, area of. But here in this problem some other this is the, so if I write 7a plus 5b cross 8a plus 11b, 8a plus 11b. Now 7 8s if I go for opening of bracket 0, so I won't write 7 into 11 77 A cross B. 5 8s 40 plus 40 B cross A, and then if I go for this, B cross B is 0. So synopsis point you should be knowing. If you don't know, you make a note of this. A cross A is equal to 0, B cross B is equal to 0. So that is synopsis. Next, now coming back to question, this 77 A cross B minus 40 A cross B. See here, B cross A, if I am writing this becomes like this. 77 minus 40 is 30 A cross B. Now 30, this continuation I am writing here. A cross B is 20. So this many square units. 77 minus 40 is 77 minus 40. 37. 37. So this is 37. 37 to the 37 to the 740. So answer is 740 square units. Moving on to next question. If a line makes alpha, beta, gamma with the positive, direct question, synopsis question only. If a line makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with the positive direction of coordinate axis, then cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is, they're asking to find this value. Already this is a synopsis point. So since it is a synopsis point, answer is D, synopsis point. If an in three-dimensional geometry, first theorem only. So if a line makes alpha, beta, gamma with the positive direction of coordinate axis, then cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is 1. Next, moving on to next question. The vector equation of a line passing through the points and parallel to the line. So some information they have given. The vector equation of line passing through points. Vector and parallel to the line is vector equation of a line. Vector equation of a line. What is the vector equation of line passing through points and parallel to line? So try to recall one synopsis point. R is equal to A plus lambda B. What is this vector equation? Vector equation of a line passing through a vector and parallel to B vector. Vector equation of a line passing through a vector and parallel to B vector. This is the, now some information they have given. What is that given thing? Also you should be knowing that these 3 points, these are A1, B1, C1. You relate with the synopsis. Now if I write this, passing through a vector. What is a vector? Some points they have given. That points is a vector. This is a vector. And these points they have given. This is B vector. So a vector is 3 I cap 2 j cap plus k cap plus lambda. B vector is minus 5 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 2. I cap, j cap, k cap. So is there any option like this? 3, 2, 1, lambda minus 5 minus 1, 2. So first one is the answer. Moving on to next question. If the lines x minus 1, so they have given some lines. If the lines, this line and this line are at right angles, then k is equal to what? If the lines, two lines they have given are at right angles, then k is equal to what? Now one synopsis point you should be knowing. Condition for two lines to be perpendicular is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. So this is the condition for two lines to be perpendicular. Now what is this? You try to recall. This is a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 and c2, a2 b2 c2. So condition for perpendicularity of line. A1, what is A1? A1 is minus 3. A2 is 3k plus B1. B1 is 2k. B2 is 1. So 1 plus C1 is 2. C2 is minus 5 is equal to 0. Next, minus 9k plus 2k minus 10 is equal to 0. So minus 7k is equal to 10. K is equal to minus 10 by 7. So is there any option with then the value of k is minus 10 by 7? C is the answer. So this question was based on condition of two lines to be perpendicular, A1, A2, B1, B2. So two lines when they are said to be perpendicular, that synopsis, once if you know it is a good thing, if you don't know, in NCERT it is there. So just open it and see it. Moving on to next question. If the events A and B are mutually exclusive, so some information they have given about A and B are mutually exclusive. Now when two events A and B are mutually, so one synopsis point you should be knowing. If A and B are mutually exclusive, exclusive exclusive if A and B are mutually exclusive, then probability of A and B is equal to 0. See here, what is the meaning of mutually exclusive? If one happens, other does not happen. Now mutually exclusive event means one event is happening, another event cannot happen. If another event is happening, first event cannot happen, then that such type of events are known as mutually exclusive. Then probability of A intersection B is, so what is common between mutually exclusive events? Nothing is common, so probability is 0. Now if you go through the question, what they are saying, then probability of A given B is equal to what? So to start with, probability of A given B, conditional probability formula, I will assume you might be knowing probability of A and B by probability of B, but this value is 0 since they are mutually exclusive, so answer is 0. Moving on to next question. If A and B are two independent events, then let me go through the question. If A and B are two independent events, then they are asking to find the value of this. Now one synopsis point you should be knowing. If A and B are two independent events, then this is the synopsis. So coming back to the problem, A given B, just substituting, next B and B gets cancelled, so we are left with A. So A is the answer. Moving on to next question. The solution of the differential equation, so they have given one differential equation, dy by dx plus all this. They are asking to find, what are they asking to find? Solution. They are asking to find solution of differential equation dy by dx. Now try to recall, whenever we see such a differential equation, so this is in the form of dy by dx. Now try to recall this. This looks like, the moment you see this equation, this should come to our mind. dy by dx plus py is equal to q. Now one algorithm in NCERT or in linear differential equations chapter, if any linear differential equation or any differential equation is in this form, dy by dx plus py is equal to q, so for this we have to find if is equal to e raised to integration p dx, integrating factor is equal to e raised to integration, and solution for this is given by yif is equal to integration qif dx plus c. So solution is given by yif integration q. Now you relate this algorithm to this and solve, and you will get the answer. So if I solve p, now if I relate here p is here, so if is equal to e raised to integration p is what? 2x by 1 plus x square p if is equal to dx. Now we have to integrate this. Integration of e raised to integration of, if I name this as f of x, so this becomes log of 1 plus x square. See here, and how to integrate 2x by 1 plus x square. If I name this as f of x, 1 plus x square, I am naming this as f of x. Then f dash of x is this 2x, it is available in the numerator. Now one standard integral formula you should be knowing. What is that standard integral formula? Integration of f dash of x by f of x is equal to log of f of x plus c, log f of x. Now you observe here f of x, so this becomes e. Now e and log are inverse functions, so they get composed and we are left with this. So if is 1 plus x square. Now coming to this y as it is, if 1 plus x square is equal to integration of q. In place of q, you observe that this total part is q. So what I'll write in place of q? 1 by 1 plus x square whole square q. If is 1 plus x square. I'll cancel off this and this. So integration of 1 by 1 plus x square is tan inverse x plus c. So I will assume the students who are watching this video might be aware of integration of 1 by 1 plus x square is tan inverse x. So which is the answer? B is the answer. Moving on to next question. So the question is, they have given some integral and they are asking us to evaluate this. What is the value of this? So we have to evaluate this. To solve this problem, see here, if you see this x minus gi of x is fractional part function, some information or some knowledge about periodic functions is required to solve this problem. Now what synopsis or what prerequisite knowledge or the properties of periodic function? So about periodic function, not much is given in NCERT. Little information they have given in about periodic function in NCERT, but in other books, JEE books, if you take any JEE books, so about periodic function they will discuss all those things. But one property related to periodic function you should be knowing to solve this problem. That synopsis point, first let me write that synopsis point. If t is a period, if t is period of a function, if t is period of a function, then 0 to nt f of x dx is equal to 0 to nt f of x dx is equal to n 0 to t f of x dx. Synopsis point I am giving, this green color means synopsis. If t is period of a function, then 0 to nt f of x dx is n 0 to t f of x dx. So this is one property of periodic function. This is property of periodic function. Now the reason why I am discussing at this point of time is, after seeing this question, see here, they have given integration of 0 to 1000 e raised to x minus. Now one more thing you should be knowing. What is it? This x minus gif of x is equal to fractional part of x. X minus gif of x is fractional part of x. So period of fractional part of x is 1. Period of fractional part of x is 1. If you want detailed explanation, just add one comment. I will explain you in detail, or else just you should be knowing period of fractional part function is 1. Now what is the period of fractional part? Just brief information I will give. Suppose if I am giving 1 as input to this is 1, so here we will get 0. Next, if I am giving 2 as x and GIF is also 2, So after a period of 1, after a length of 1, again we are getting same output. For better understanding, let me take one more example. Suppose if I am taking x as 1.1, GIF is 1, so here we are getting 0.1. Next, if I am taking 2.1, here we'll get 2, so here we are left with 1. So if you observe, after a period, after a length of 1, we are getting same unit. That's why for fractional part function, period is 1. This you should be knowing. Next, now I will use this property. So how, now you try to relate that question with this property 0 to nt. So t is 1, f of x is this function. So I will write this like this. Let me write it like this. In place of n, I am writing 1000 and 0 to 1. F of x, in place of f of x, x minus GIF of x dx. Now 1000 I am keeping as it is. Integration of, see here, from 0 to 1, we are integrating from 0 to 1. So any input you give to GIF 0 to 1, if you are giving to GIF from 0 to 1, it is 0 only. So here we have to integrate only e raised to x. GIF anyways it is 0. So integration of e raised to x is e raised to x. Also from where to where? 0 to 1. Now go for substitution of upper limit, lower limit. If you substitute upper limit e, lower limit 0. So e raised to 0 is 1. So 1. Is there any such option? 1000 e minus 1. 1000 e minus 1. Yes, C is the answer. 1000 e minus 1. Moving to next question. The function, one function they have given, let me highlight that function. They have given one function, sin x minus cos x is increasing in the interval. So what are they asking? They are asking to find increasing in what interval, and also some options they have given. So if I copy and paste that function, f of x is equal to sin x minus cos x. Function is this, increasing. So what is the meaning of increasing? Synopsis point, one synopsis point should come to our mind. Increasing means f dash of x should be greater than 0, then we say that function is increasing. If f dash of x is greater than 0, then now we have to find f dash of x. To find f dash of x, sin becomes cos x minus differentiation of cos is negative sign, so overall this becomes positive sign. Differentiation of cos is negative sign, already one negative, so overall this becomes f dash of x is this. Now f dash of x is equal to, let me multiply 1 by root 2, and let me multiply root 2 also. See here, just I am multiplying and dividing by root 2. So the equation is not at all affected, only some changes I have done. Although after doing this, whatever I have multiplied, so equation is same only. Now the reason why I am doing like this, see here, root 2 I am keeping as it is, this 1 by root 2 can be written as cos pi by 4, and this 1 by root 2 can be written as sin pi by 4, cos pi by 4 cos x. So this can also be written as cos of x minus pi by 4, some synopsis point I want to write, because so cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, this is equal to cos of A minus B is equal to cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. This formula you should be knowing. The same formula I am writing here. So cos pi by 4 cos x plus sin pi by 4. So this root 2 cos of x minus pi by 4. Now this is our function. Now we have to analyze this function. Not function, yes it is function also, and it is one. Now we have to analyze this equation and get what is the answer. So for this, root 2 cos of x minus pi by 4. If I go for first option, 3 pi by 4, I will place it here. 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, pi by 2 is cos if I place 3 pi by 4 here, 3 pi by 4 here, so this becomes root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4 is pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0, so this is 0. Now at this point only we cannot come to any conclusion. Let me take one more value, 7 pi by 4. So root 2 as it is, cos of 7 pi by 4 minus pi by 4. 4 minus pi by 4. So this is 6 pi by 4. 6 pi by 4. 6 pi by 4 is 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 means this lies in second quadrant. If it is in second quadrant, this cos behaves negative in second quadrant, so we are getting negative, but we should get positive. So first option I am discarding. Moving on to next. Second option. Moving on to next. Root 2, let me keep root 2. Cos, if I place 0, pi by 4. This is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos is positive. Next, if I place 3 pi by 4, there also it is positive. So overall it is positive. So B is the answer. Just analyze, you will find the answer. B is the answer. Moving on to next question. The domain of, they have given some function. The domain of this is, so they are, what are they asking? They are talking about domain. Domain of y is equal to 1 by root of x minus x is. They are talking about domain. So for domain, as I said, whenever we see square root, that inside function should be greater than or equal to 0. For square root, this x minus should be greater than or equal to 0. Inside square root, whatever is there, that has to be greater than or equal to 0. Since this square root is in denominator, this has to be greater than 0. This has to be, it should not even be equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then also it is problematic. If it is equal to 0, then 1 by 0, then 1 by 0 is not defined. Now x, this mod x can be minus x greater than 0, or this can be x minus x greater than 0. Now x minus x is 0 greater than 0. This is not possible. So this second option, second case is discarded. First case, let me take minus 2x greater than 0, or else x is less than 0. X is less than 0. From here we came to a conclusion, x is less than 0. So is there any such option? B is the answer. Moving on to next question. If 2 plus I root 3, if 2 plus I root 3 is root of this, where PQ are real, then what are they asking? They are asking to find this. P comma Q is what? If 2 plus I root 3 is the root of the, now if whenever 2 plus I root 3, then compulsorily one more root 3, this is second root, this is second root, this is first root. If this is first root, then this is second root. Once again I will say, if 2 plus I root 3 is root, so they are talking about 2 plus I root 3. Whenever complex numbers comes as root of the equation, its conjugate is also root of the equation. Synopsis point, in 10th standard they have already taught you, if one root is complex, another will be its complex conjugate. Means 2 plus I root 3 is one root, then by default 2 minus I root 3 has to be this. You take this as synopsis point, or else you study the properties of roots of a quadratic equation. Now if I talk about sum of the roots, sum of roots is equal to 2 plus I root 3 is first root and 2 minus I root 3 is second root. So sum is 4. Next, if I talk about product is 2 plus I root 3, 2 minus I root 3. So product is 4 minus I square 3. So this product is 7. Sum is sum of roots, sum, and this is product. Product is 7. Now that equation, let me write that equation. x square minus px plus q plus. So from here sum sum is minus p is 4 and product is q and q is equal to 7. So sum is equal to moving on to next question. The solution set of they are talking about solution set of some information they have given. What is that information? Few equations they have given. Solution set of this is. So the moment you see solution set, let me copy that question. X minus 4 modulus is less than 5 and 2x plus 5 modulus is greater than 7. So from here we can write x minus 4 is less than 5 and x minus 4 is greater than minus 5. See here in my previous video also I already said. So whenever they are talking about quadratic, whenever they are talking about this not quadratic modulus, so this is less than 5 or else you say opposite greater than, but you say one more opposite, so minus 5. So x minus 4 is less than 5, x minus 4 is less than minus 5. Next in the same way for this also 2x plus 5 greater than 7 or else 2x plus 5 less than minus 7, less than minus 7. So if I solve this, x is greater than 9. If I solve this, x is greater than minus 1. Sorry, x is less than 9, x is greater than. This is one set for one equation, and for what about one more, because they have put one comma means next story. 2x should be greater than 2, x is greater than 1. Next 2x is less than minus 12, 2x is less than minus 12, x is less than minus 6. So now here from here we can say x belongs to minus 1 to 9. X is greater than minus 1 and it is less than 9. So x belongs to minus 1 to 9. And from here we say x belongs to 1 to infinity and then x belongs to minus infinity to 6. See here, after solving this inequality I got one solution after solving this. They are talking about solution set, means I have to take intersection of this and this. See here, comma means and means intersection. So minus 1 to 9, 1 to infinity, minus infinity to 6. So if I am taking intersection, after taking intersection minus 1 to 9, 1 to infinity, I will get common. So let me plot some curve for you. Minus 1 to infinity, 1 to infinity. If I mark 1 here, if I mark minus 1 here, if I mark minus 6 here, minus 6 here, if I mark minus infinity to minus 6, minus infinity to minus 6, minus 6, and then if I write 9 here, if I write 9 here, so x belongs to minus 1 to 9. Because of this minus 1 to 9 we are getting this, and 1 to infinity, 1 to infinity means 1 to infinity means from here to this region, and minus infinity to minus 6, so minus infinity to is this region. Now what is the common region? Common region here is, this is the common region. This region belongs to red and this region belongs to blue also. Here only blue, here only red. So answer is 1 to 9. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. Limit x tends to 0 sin x degree by x is equal to. The question of limit. So generally limit x tends to 0, limit sine x degree by x is equal to what? This is the question. Limit x tends to 0, sine x degree by x. Now limit x tends to 0, sine x degree. So to convert degree, I will write pi 180 radian. So sine theta by theta. One synopsis point you should be knowing. What is that synopsis point? Limit theta tends to 0. Limit theta tends to 0. Sine theta by theta is equal to 1. This formula or standard limit if I am using. Here theta, angle is in radian. Here angle is in radian. So whenever angle is in radian, so pi by x. In place of x, let me write x only. To convert degree to radian, we write pi by 180. Now let me write pi by 180 here also, and let me write pi by 180 here also. This is, if you see this and if you see this, its value is equal to 1 into pi by 180. So pi by 180, B is the answer. Moving on to next question. Next, one question they have written, limit of this. What is the limit of this? So for this limit n tends to infinity, summation of n cube, formula you should be knowing, summation n cube is equal to n plus 1 by 2 whole square. This formula you should be knowing, summation of n cube is equal to n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Now what to do with this? Limit n tends to infinity, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to n cube. So for that n plus 1 n plus 1 by 2 square and then by 1 by n4 that I am keeping as it is limit n tends to infinity. Now the reason, if you keep 0, this becomes 0 by 0. So it was difficult to use, so we have to go for some algebraic manipulation. This formula I am assuming the students who are watching this video might be aware of this. Limit n tends to 0, n square, this square is for this also. Also if I take n square out common, then I am left with 1 plus 1 by n square by 2 into 1 by n4. So n4 and n4 is cancelled. We are left with 1 by, this square is applicable to this also. Moving on to next question. If SD of 15 items is 6 and if each item is decreased or increased by 1, then the standard deviation will be. So one synopsis point you should be knowing. What is that synopsis point? Standard deviation will not change if standard deviation, this SD will not change if each item is increased or decreased. So standard deviation of 15 items is 6. That means after increasing or decreasing also it will be 6 only. So 6 is the answer. Anyway, standard deviation will change if you multiply some constant to that. So that is another story. Now next, moving on to next question. If the inclination of line x minus 3 with positive direction of x-axis, the inclination of line, they are talking about inclination of that line with, what are they asking? Inclination. They are asking inclination of line with positive direction of x-axis. So if I write that equation is y is equal to x plus 3. Now standard equation is y is equal to m x plus c. So if I compare here, m is equal to 1 is equal to tan 45. So tan theta is equal to 45 degrees. So is there any option? 45 degrees. A is the answer. Moving on to next question. The equation of line passing through. So they are talking about equation of line. They want equation of line passing through 1, 2 and perpendicular to this. So they have given one line passing through and perpendicular to. Now if I write this 5 y is equal to minus x minus 7. So from here slope of this is m is minus 1, but they are saying perpendicular means m required is 1. So with 1 and 1 by 2 we can write y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. So y minus 2 is equal to x minus 1, y minus 1 is equal to x. So y minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. B is the answer. Y minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. 113. Next, moving on to next. The major axis of an ellipse is minor axis. Then eccentricity is, what is the eccentricity? They're asking, they're interested in eccentricity. So what information they have given? Major axis ante means 2a is 3 times minor axis 3 times minor axis. Then eccentricity is, they are interested in eccentricity is what? So to find eccentricity we are having one formula. What is that formula? E square is equal to a square minus b square by b square. Eccentricity of ellipse, for ellipse we are having this. Now from this some information they have given. From here I will come to a conclusion. A is equal to 3b. So here in place of e, root of a square is 3b square minus b square by b square. So e is root of 8b square by b square. In place of a is equal to 3b, sorry, this is a square, so that is a is 3b square, so this is 3b square, so this is b square, and we are left with 8 by 3 square is 9, so this is 2 root 2 by 3. So any option with 2 root 2 by 3, A is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. The focus of the parabola is that, they have given some information. What is that information? The focus parabola, they have given one for parabola, and they are asking to focus. What are they asking? They are asking to find the focus of the parabola. So let me write the given equation. Y square is equal to 8x plus 32. So y square is equal to 8 if I take common x plus 4. That equation I am writing like this. Now from here focus is given by focus yes is given by a plus x1 comma y1. Now what is this a? From here we can make out a is equal to 2, because generally this is 4a, which implies a is equal to 2. So this is 2 plus x1. In place of x1 what can we write? Now if you observe here, this is x1 is minus 4 and y1, here nothing means y minus 0 whole square, so this is 0. So answer is minus 2 comma 0. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. So here generally standard form of ellipse means it will be like this. So standard form of ellipse is what? X y minus, standard form of ellipse is let me erase this. Standard form of ellipse is y minus y1 square is equal to 4a x minus x1. Now you compare this and this. From there you will get x1, y1 and this simplify. So we will get D as the answer. Moving on to next question. If limit, so some information they have given, this information they have given, and what are they asking? They are asking to find this m value. They are interested in m. Now how to find the value of, let me copy and paste, 1 plus I, 1 minus I, and some power they have written as m. Whenever we are seeing denominator like this, generally we multiply with its conjugate to simplify. To simplify, we generally multiply with its conjugate. So this becomes 1 plus I, 1 square plus I square plus 2ab by 1 minus I, 1 square minus I square power m is equal to 1. So this and this will get cancelled. 2I by 2 is I, power m is equal to 1, which implies m is equal to 4. M is equal to 4. So answer is C. Moving on to next question. The number of, so the question, if you go through the total number of terms in the expansion of, they have given one expansion. So what are they asking? They are asking to find total number of terms in the expansion of this after simplification is. So one synopsis point you should be knowing: x plus a power n minus x minus a power n. Number of terms is equal to n plus 2 by 2. This you take this as synopsis point, and you add to your memory. Now this synopsis point I am using 100 plus 2 by 2. So this is 102 by 2 is equal to 51. C is the answer. Moving on to next question. If first two terms of a geometric progression, add up to 12, that means what? First two terms add up to 12. The sum of third and fourth term is 48. Sum of third and fourth term is 48. So third term, if the geometric progressions are alternatively positive, negative, then the first term is. So what is the question? They have given few of an progression are alternatively positive and negative. See here, if the terms of the geometric progressions are alternatively positive and negative, means indirectly they are saying one thing: R is negative. So with that statement, R is negative, then the first term is, what are they interested in? They are interested in first term. First term is means A is equal to what? Now to solve this problem, see, A plus AR is this. A plus AR is equal to 12, and AR, let me divide this. AR square plus AR cube is equal to 48. If I am dividing this, A I will take common. I am left with 1 plus R. In the denominator AR I will take common. I am left with 1 plus R square is equal to 1 by 4. Now if I 1 by R square, I am taking common 1 plus R. This and this will get cancelled here. 1 by R square is 1 by 4. R square is 4. R is equal to plus or minus 2. Since R is negative, R is equal to minus 2. R is equal to, they are interested in A. So A, for A plus A minus 2 is equal to 12. A minus 2A is minus A is equal to 12. A is equal to minus 12. So answer is D. Next question. Everybody in a room shakes hands with everybody else. So there are some people in a room. Everybody in a room, they are shaking hands with. The total number of handshakes is 66. Then the total number of person in the room is, what are they asking? Number of person in the room is. Now let me go through the question once again. I will assume there are n members in a room. Everybody in a room shakes with. How many people are there? We don't know. So I am assuming n. Hands, shakes hand. So for shaking hand, handshake is generally done between two people. So I am choosing two persons. I am choosing two persons for one handshake. For one handshake, two persons are required. And the number of handshake is 66. And the number of handshake is 6. So the total number of person. So what are they asking? They are asking n. N is what? So for this nc2 can be written as n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into r factorial is equal to 66. So n factorial n minus 1 n minus 2 by 2 is equal to 66. N square minus n is equal to 132. So n square minus n minus 132 equal to 0. If you 132 if you split, this will be negative 12 and positive 11. And also sum should be minus 1. So n is equal to 12. N is equal to 12. So the number of person is 12. Moving on to next question. If a is equal to some information they have given, a is equal to this is equal to this, then a is equal to what? What are they asking? A is equal to what? The question is a is equal to what? Now let me write the given information. A dot I cap is a dot I plus j cap. At last they have written 1. So let me consider these three things at once, and then later remaining things I will consider. First, if I am going for a dot I cap, a dot. Now some options also they have given. If I go for a is equal to, if I say this as I dot I is equal to I dot I plus j is equal to 1. I dot I is 1, I dot I is 1, I dot j is 1. So 1 is equal to 1 is equal to 1. So I can say A is the answer. But some students say, sir, why not k cap? If you place k cap here, k dot I is 0. That won't be equal to 1. So remove of that. In exam I will not do, but here for explanation point of view. Now if you keep j here, j also, j dot I cap is not equal to 1, it is equal to 0. So that won't be equal to 1. So answer has to be I cap. Just option verification you go, you will get the answer. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you find this video interesting, like, subscribe and share, and add some comments on further what videos I have to make. That will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you very much once again.